Hi everybody. We just got here from the airport, straight to the Grand Palace. Isn't that right?
That's a lie.
No,
Yeah, it's a lie.
this is day one.
We didn't exactly roll straight from the airport to the Grand Palace, but we did stay close enough that you could almost say we tried. After traveling for nearly 24 hours from Seattle, we had just enough energy to do the most sensible thing imaginable: dive straight into the chaos of Bangkok. So we headed to Khao San Road, the city's most famous backpacker street, bustling with food stalls, music, people from everywhere, and a constant feeling that something is happening. Naturally, we couldn't say no to roti, one of Thailand's most beloved street treats. Getting to Khao San Road and back meant taking our first tuk-tuk ride, which basically involved hanging on for dear life. Welcome to Thailand, where seatbelts only exist in spirit and traffic rules seem more like creative guidelines. Slightly terrifying, but honestly, ridiculously fun. Thanks to intense jet lag, we were up bright and early the next morning, ready to dive into Thai culture before the city fully woke up. As businesses slowly opened, we wandered quiet streets and peeked at beautiful temple roofs hiding behind tall white walls. After a quick breakfast, it was finally time to enter the Grand Palace. It's one of Thailand's most important landmarks, once home to the royal family and still a powerful symbol of the country's history and identity. Within the palace grounds is the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go inside. During our visit, Thailand was observing royal ceremonies and a mourning period for Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, so it was closed to visitors. Even so, standing there and witnessing the space during that time still felt meaningful. When visiting the Grand Palace or any temple in Thailand, following the dress code is essential if you want to get inside at all. Shoulders and knees must be covered, tight or revealing clothing isn't allowed, and if you're wearing sandals, they need to have a back strap, so flip-flops and pull slides won't work. Shoes also come off before entering temple interiors. It sounds strict, but there are signs everywhere to help travelers like us avoid questionable wardrobe decisions. After the Grand Palace, we headed to Wat Po, another beautiful temple and home to the famous reclining Buddha. He looks incredibly peaceful and honestly very comfortable. After a long day of exploring in the heat, that reclining pose started looking like a great idea, so we eventually followed his example and returned to our hotel to rest. Later that evening, we went out for dinner, and while Thai food is usually fantastic, let's just say the garlic squid and we did not get along that night. The following morning was dedicated to history. We joined a tour and headed to Ayutthaya, the former capital of Thailand, which was destroyed in 1767. Today, it's a UNESCO heritage site, still a sizable city, but known most for its ancient ruins and temples scattered throughout.
Okay, so we are at our first temple in Ayutthaya, which is called Wat Yai Chai Mongkol, which means
Nobody knows.
nobody knows. I think it means something of a tree. Okay, the temple we're in is translated into the temple of the auspicious victory, the great temple of the auspicious victory. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I think she mentioned that it's Sri Lankan architecture, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, so cool ruins. It looks really nice.
By the time we reached Wat Mahatat, the heat was fully setting in. This temple is known for the Buddha head nested in the roots of a Bodhi tree. Many Buddha statues were decapitated and looted during the fall of Ayutthaya, but this head remained and over time the tree grew around it. It's one of those places that feels surreal when you see it in person.
We made it to our second temple, which is called Wat Mahavat, and I think that means the temple of the great relic. It's the one that's super famous with the Buddha head in the tree roots, and we just got to see it. What did you think of the head, Dennis?
It's like this big.
It's like basically Dennis's head. It's not very big. I imagine it to be huge based on the pictures, but it's actually pretty small. Anyways, cool head nonetheless. The tree's also cool. Yeah, it's scorching hot outside. The weather was so nice this morning, nice and cool and breezy, but right now it's like scorching hot.
Yeah, we're in the shade,
We're in the shade.
but it's still hot.
Yep.
Somewhere between stops, we saw someone riding an elephant. While it's still a popular tourist activity, most elephant riding isn't ethical. If you come to Thailand to see elephants, it's much better to support real sanctuaries that keep interactions minimal and prioritize animal welfare.
Alright, so it's later in the day now. We're heading out for dinner. Tonight is the first night when I'm not completely crashing from jet lag. So we're actually able to get out and get some food. Right?
Back in Bangkok, the old town is full of rooftop bars overlooking the river and ancient temples across the water. So ending the evening there felt absolutely perfect.
It's the next day and we're heading out for breakfast. The plan for today originally was to go to the floating market, but we kind of got tired of all the tours yesterday. So instead, the plan is to go to the new Bangkok, or what would you call it? Like a true downtown Bangkok? Yeah, because so far we've been staying in the old town. This is where the Grand Palaces and all the temples are, but we haven't seen the rest of Bangkok, so the plan is to go and check it out. But before that, we are gonna go and get some breakfast here in the old town. We made it to downtown Bangkok, and currently we are at a place called Benchakitti Park. I gotta say, getting here is a whole adventure. If you look at how people are driving here, it's it's absolute chaos. I would not ever dare to drive here by myself. What do you think, Dennis? Would you drive here? No. Scooters are going anywhere, tuk-tuks, and just absolute. I don't know how people are handling it here. Oh yeah, and people are driving on the left-hand side of the road, which would not make it easy for us either. Anyways, Dennis was trying to get me to rent a bike.
I'm just a passenger.
Yeah, he's pretending to be all innocent, but he's secretly leading me towards the bike rental because he's hoping we'll rent some bikes.
On our last full day, we decided to switch gears and explore modern Bangkok. We started in a huge downtown park tucked away between skyscrapers. It was surprisingly calm, almost empty, and a really nice break from the busy streets.
We just saw a huge lizard. Gigantic. It was like Dennis sized.
At least.
At least. We measure everything in Dennis's on this trip. The Buddha head, the lizard. Yeah, anyways, turns out there is no bike rental. Dennis was very disappointed. I was very relieved. Yeah. So, anyways, but the lizard was huge. Park is like a cool little sanctuary in the middle of the city. There are all these walkways, kind of like bridges above the park, and then there are some below the bridges, and there's water with fish, and we heard a bunch of cool birds. It's also really quiet. There aren't any people here really. In contrast, like if you think about Central Park in New York or something like that, there's always a ton of people, but this place is completely empty right now. And I don't know if it's because it's a weekday, everybody's at work, or what. It's very suspicious, right, Dennis?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, it's really cool and really quiet and peaceful here.
Then we decided to see what Bangkok's famous malls were all about. We're not huge shoppers, but big Asian cities are known for next-level shopping experiences, so our curiosity won. Our first stop was EmQuartier, where we mostly window shopped and grabbed lunch.
We've made it to this mall called EmQuartier, and it's a pretty impressive mall. I don't think I've seen anything like this in the US. There is a bunch of art everywhere, and there's this huge, what would you call it? Like helix plant installation in the middle of it. And I think it's real plants, and there are waterfalls. And the escalator slows down when you come close to it. How cool is that? Oh, this one didn't, but the previous ones did. So we are traveling to another mall on a boat.
What's it called?
ICONSIAM. We're going to ICONSIAM. Yeah, I've never gotten to a mall by a boat before, so it's gonna be the first one. And we just took the subway over here.
Then came ICONSIAM, a massive shopping complex right on the river. You even take a dedicated ferry just to get there. Inside, the ground floor looks like an indoor floating market filled with local snacks, crafts, and specialty foods. The upper levels have everything from art installations to restaurants, terraces, and incredible city views. Even if you're not into shopping, this place genuinely feels worth visiting.
We're at ICONSIAM, and holy moly, this is such a cool mall. Even if you're not into shopping, I think this is a really, really cool place to visit. It has attractions, it has a bunch of terraces, beautiful views, and inside the mall is just beautiful. There is an indoors floating market. There are fountains and plants all over the place, and the food here is so good. Desserts everywhere, souvenirs, anything you like. So anyways, I really never thought I would be recommending to visit the mall, but here we are. It's our last morning in Bangkok, and we just finished our breakfast. So today we'll be flying out to Phuket. Before we leave Bangkok, I just wanted to leave a special mention to the place where we've been staying. So the place is called G Gelato House. We've literally been staying at an actual gelato place. So there is a gelato shop downstairs and a couple of rooms they're renting out upstairs. And it's such a cute little place. We have also been getting free gelato every single morning. So that's been pretty cool. And yeah, it's just a cozy little place. The location is excellent. It's right in the old town. All the temples are nearby, so we've had a pretty good time here. All right, we are off to the airport to catch our flight to Phuket.
If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for coming along with us. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and stay tuned for part 2 of our Thailand adventure, where we leave the city behind and head to tropical islands near Phuket. I'll see you soon.